Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking some NBA Finals today. And after that game 3 where Jimmy G Buckets went nuclear, carrying this team on his back, 40-point triple-double, Miami's Heat's dreams of the ultimate upset was still hanging by a thread. But then in game 4, after some key adjustments by Frank Vogel, especially on the defensive end, and a total determination by the Lakers not to choke this game out, not when they're so close to the Larry O'Brien trophy, it's come to that point in the postseason where the NBA champions are no longer in question. It's almost guaranteed to be the Lakers taking home the trophy this year. The most burning question of this postseason now is who will get the Finals MVP. Now, there is a lot about this, a lot to be said about legacy, right? Whether you like it or not, every accolade that LeBron gets or LeBron's in question for will be put against Michael Jordan. So we'll just hop right into it. AD, he's been on a tear this whole postseason run. He's been integral. He's been their top scorer for this postseason run. He's been their best defender, and that's really where I think a lot of people underestimate him. He was second in Defensive Player of the Year this year. But what he has done in this postseason is wow. It's really hard to put it into words. He's guarded every person you can think of, from Westbrook on some possessions against Houston to Jokic, a very offensive, a very crafty type of center, to locking down Jimmy G Buckets and Jimmy Butler in game 4. He has done it all for the Lakers, and I made a video about this saying how he is the end point of small ball, because as you saw in game 4, he was as quick as Jimmy, so he could prevent him from going to the lane, and he would have so much length on him. He really just choked any shot opportunity out. And then on the other side, you have LeBron LeGOAT James. Yes, I said LeGOAT James, man. He's been amazing. He's been the quintessential leader of this team from the beginning of this postseason. There were stretches in this postseason when it looked like he was on cruise control, where he did give the keys to AD, where he did give the keys to some other guys, and he was really focused on facilitating and making sure the team is acting as a well-oiled machine. But in this finals, especially in that game 4, offensively, he carried. He played amazing. He's averaging 28 points, 54% from the field, 36% from 3, and he's been taking a good number of those threes. 11 rebounds and 8.5 assists. He leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists. And then for AD, 26 points per game, 61% field goal percentage, a whopping 55% from 3. AD doesn't take that much threes, but in this finals, if you leave him open, it's a 50-50 chance to go in, and it's been lethal. Him being out on the perimeter and him being able to go in and get a bucket has made it almost impossible to defend. It made he go to a 1-2-1 zone? I can't think of the exact one. Right? They had to change their 2-3 zone to really account for AD, and it led for so many open perimeter jump shots. And ironically, those open perimeter jump shots got them in trouble in game 3. Danny Green. But for the most part, AD, while he might have not led the team in scoring, definitely is responsible for a lot of their scoring. So who do you think deserves final MVP? Me personally, it's LeGOAT James, man. Already told you from the beginning, he leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists. He is the leader of this team. But there is something to be said about AD. That point I made earlier about what he does on the offensive and defensive end. Offensively, he made the Heat change their whole defensive system. He made them change everything from their switches. And even on the defensive end, Miami Heat loves to do pin downs and backdoor screens for their for Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson for their shooters. AD shut that down. AD being on the court made them switch so much of their system. And another big thing is LeBron got toasted by Jimmy Buckets. When AD was put on Jimmy Buckets, he shut him down. There was no room for Jimmy to do anything. He neutralized the Heat's best player. Something to be said about when AD has a bad game, this team loses. When AD has a magnificent game, this team wins. There was a stat earlier I said in my earlier videos that when AD has at least 2 or more assists, or was it 3 or more? When he has a certain number of assists, they are undefeated in this postseason, and that includes the finals. In conclusion, while both of these players have had an amazing finals performance, my pick for finals MVP is LeGOAT James. And if he continues to lead in points, rebounds, and assists, it's almost guaranteed that the media will pick him. They know the ramifications of this finals MVP award, and they did pick LeBron second in the regular season MVP race. So I might make a video about him and Jordan, what this fourth ring and fourth MVP will do. But if you like this video, please comment down below your thoughts. Consider subscribing so you can see more of my content. And stay safe, and peace out.